Hello, my viewers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are in the world. It's yet another beautiful day. We want to thank the Lord for the gift of life. We give gratitude to the Creator for enabling us see another day. So today we are gonna discuss about credit cards and debit cards, but we are mainly focusing on their differences. One of my subscribers DM'd me and requested that I highlight the differences between these two cards. But before we dive in, I would request that if you're enjoying and benefiting from the content I'm creating, please go ahead and like. It takes less than a second to just tap on that like button. Go ahead and subscribe as well, share, refer a friend. It makes a lot of impact and it motivates me to create more content for the viewers. So let's dive in. Most of us find it difficult to differentiate between a debit card and a credit card. Yes, all these are money related cards, but what are their differences? So let's start with a debit card. We're going to differentiate each concurrently. I mentioned the debit card and the credit card as well. So I'm going to highlight 5 points, 5 differences between these cards. So our very first difference would be around the issue of source of funds, the source of funds on these cards. Where does the money that goes to on these cards come from? Now, for a debit card is like a Visa card that is issued by the bank and it's attached to the funds on your account. Now, the source of funds for a debit card is linked directly to your bank account, in that whenever you use a debit card at any point of sale or at an ATM card or you're purchasing online, whatever money is withdrawn or whatever money that leaves or whatever money that is debited from your account is withdrawn or it's deducted in real time. So whatever transaction you do on a debit card, if you're on your account rather, is linked to the debit card, and also whatever you do with a debit card affects the account. If my account has $100, then I deposit an extra $100 on the account, the amount on the debit card will automatically move to $200 because it's directly linked to my bank account. Now, if I make a withdrawal of $50 using the debit card, it also leaves my account in real time. It's debited. My account is debited in real time because of that $50 transaction that I've performed using the debit card. So the source of funds of a debit card is the client's money on the account. On the other hand, a credit card, most of us know what credit is. Credit is a loan. Now, if on the side of a credit card, the source of funds is basically borrowed money. It's not your money. The bank lends to you, or a credit company lends to you a predetermined amount of money. So how does this work? For a credit card, it allows the card holder to borrow money up to a predetermined limit dependent on their credit score. And this money can be used for purchases or withdrawn in cash. So a credit card allows you also to purchase using that particular card, and you can also withdraw cash. But remember, the money is a loan. So the source of funds is a loan. You're given a credit which you pay at a later stage. Whereas for the debit card, we mentioned that the source of funds is the client's money. Now, for a credit card, if the borrowed amount is not paid at an agreed date or on a due date, it will incur interest. Now, interest will be incurred on that money that you've not paid, and also any other balances that you've not used. That is for a credit card. Now, our second point is around the issue of interest and fees. How do we differentiate these two cards with the issue of interest and fees? Remember, interest is usually on borrowed money. So this makes the debit card interest-free, since the money being accessed from the account is the client's money. It's not borrowed money. So most cases, there are no fees at all. However, there are banks that charge card fees, as in a debit card fee. It's usually charged on a monthly basis. Some small amount charged on a monthly basis. It could be like $1 for holding that card. Usually it's for the Visa services attached to it. Then also a point to note for a debit card: if a client has an overdraft agreement with a bank, you may find that some fees are attached to that credit card. But if you don't have an overdraft and the money you're accessing is just your money, you will not incur any interest. But as I noted, you may incur some card fees, debit card fees. For some banks, it's totally free, so they give you a card and you just enjoy it. No interest, no fees, since it's a debit card. Now, on the side of a credit card, being that this is a loan, interest is a must. How does this work? Interest is charged on outstanding balances if you do not pay in full amount at the end of each month. Some cards also have card fees, late fees, and so many other fees and charges attached to the credit card. So it all depends on the credit card company or the bank that is issuing the credit. So yes, for our second point, which is around interest and fees, the debit card is usually free of interest and fees, except on certain conditions that I discussed before. Now, for the credit card, it's a must. You're going to pay interest and some fees. This is borrowed money, and the lender has to make some profits as well. So they make their profit around interest and fees, other fees. Our third point is building credit or building credit score. How does this affect the two cards? For the debit card, since the money is not borrowed money, it's your money, this does not impact your credit score at all. So whatever you do with your debit card does not impact on your credit score. So it doesn't help you build or damage your card or your credit score, since you're not going to borrow. So whatever you choose to do with your debit card, you're safe. It won't affect your credit score in any way, whether impacting it negatively or positively. It will not, because you're not dealing with borrowed money. Now, on the other hand, the credit card, borrowed money, credit, loans always suffer. We always suffer with loans. Now, for the credit card, building credit score is very important. Now, depending on how you handle your card or how you use your card, it will help you either to build or damage your credit score. Yeah, so if you handle your card irresponsibly, it's going to damage your score. But if you handle it responsibly, it's going to build your score, enabling you qualify for more credit. As simple as that. So the debit card, it doesn't matter how I use it, it won't impact on my credit score. For the credit card, it impacts on my credit score. So whatever I do with my credit card is going to impact on my credit score. Our fourth point is around rewards and benefits. Both cards earn rewards and benefits dependent on the banks or the credit card providers. Now, for a debit card, the offers are fewer. Like the offers around rewards and benefits are fewer compared to the debit card. Some banks may give a cashback. Some banks may give discounts when you use a credit card, maybe to shop at a point of sale or make payments at a point of sale or online. They may give you a discount or give some rewards. Now for the credit card, in fact, it's guaranteed, it's almost, rather let me use the word almost guaranteed that you're going to earn some rewards and benefits. They may be in form of cashbacks, they may be in form of travel points, they may be in form of purchase protection and other perks. So with a credit card, you're guaranteed to benefit from these rewards. Yeah. Our final difference is around security and fraud protection. For a debit card, being that the money is for the client, the bank does not impose so many terms and conditions around your transactions, meaning the security around a debit card is minimal and it's more dependent on the card holder. So it's upon you, the card holder or the client, to ensure that your debit card details are not exposed to third parties who may defraud you and access your funds illegally. So for the credit card, the fact that this is borrowed money, it's bank money, it's not your money, it's a credit company money, it's not yours. The security and fraud protection around it is more vigorous, like they put in more security measures around the card, meaning that every transaction you're doing, the bank has to authorize at that particular point, which is opposed to the debit card. I can go to an ATM and withdraw money, meaning even if I lost my ATM card, the person who picks it in, by chance, if they forge my PIN, they can access my money. The bank won't notify me at any point that you're withdrawing. First put this code before you withdraw. No. Now for the debit card, for the credit card, every transaction around this card is monitored by the bank, and usually the bank has to authorize these transactions, making it more secure and making it difficult for the fraudsters to access money on the credit card. Yeah, so this is a short video, but I feel like these points are the most important points to know and to help you differentiate between a credit card and a debit card. We can just recap by saying, for a debit card, this is a bank issued card that is linked directly to the client's account, the client's bank account, and access is dependent on the client. The security around this card is majorly the client's responsibility. Now for the credit card, money that is deposited on a credit card is mainly a loan, and it's gained through a credit score, meaning the way you handle your credit card will affect your credit score. If you manage it responsibly, your credit score will go up. If you manage it irresponsibly, the credit score will come down, limiting you from accessing a bigger amount of funds, since the predetermined limit may be reduced. Yeah, so this is has been impactful to me as well, because I do know some of these things, but I've learned them, and I believe you guys will learn and benefit from this as well. Please feel free to share this content, and you can always go back and check it out in case you're still having a problem differentiating between the two cards. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Bye!